And welcome back straight into the action we are going to go. It's going to be map number 3. Replayed again. You know, we had an 11-11 tie. Nadeshot went big in that last few seconds. So we are going to redo the entire map of Octane Blitz.
All right, so right now, as it stands, Envy, they're putting a ton of pressure onto the Optic goal, basically moving it for the cap. But it doesn't look like Envy, they were not able to score there. They pushed 3 members to the Optic goal, and Optic, they were able to fend off the aggression. So what this does is now Optic, they should be able to get complete map control. And assuming they get the kills, well, they just got the first cap of the game, so they're off to a good start right now.
Yeah, and you know, you saw Envy, they came out with a little bit different of a strategy. You know, Goonjar was playing heavy defense, and I mean, right there, that's why I believe that heavy defense doesn't really work. If you can move further up the map and just get those cutoffs of those different routes before they get straight into your base, I think that's a better strategy than playing directly in your base.
And even though Goonjar, he's set up inside top broken, you could see so much of the map. Optic, they were able to sneak by and get another cap under their names. So they're off to a very fast start here in the replay of Blitz. Now 2 go down for Envy. Optic, they're pushing up more on the map, and Goonjar, he's like, okay, this is enough. I'm going to back up, make sure that you guys can't score 100% here.
Yeah, and you know, he's just going to hang out in the back and just watch that goal. But there's one area where he can't really see. I mean, if that guy gets behind that Humvee over there, it's going to be a very difficult shot for him to make.
Even if he runs right through gas, it's still a tough shot to hit.
Yeah, I mean, if that guy does run straight through gas, it's going to be very difficult for him to hit. But, you know, I'm on board with Rambo right now, and he's trying to make some plays. I mean, he's trying to push straight up near this strip club area, and he's going to be able to kill one. And, you know, Envy's going to get a cap out of this. So, you know, Rambo's doing very good work, just OBJ, and he's also doing some stuff in the slaying department today as well.
Yeah, he's got to pick up a couple kills before he goes in for the cap here. He finds one off spawn. That was Nadeshot, but now he doesn't know if there's anybody still around the area. So he was looking around, did spot one. Spacey moving in for the cap. He gets stopped just short. Now it's going to be up to Embos. He's the furthest one pushed up for Envy. He gets taken out. So Optic, once again, they make a defensive hold. They retake control of their base, and now they're pushing out onto the map.
Yeah, but you know, right there, I mean, Envy was able to pick up 2 players as well once they came off spawn. But you see, now Optic able to answer back with 3 kills of their own, and they really need to push up and get more map. You know, Optic was really just fighting from their base primarily for about 2 minutes there. So, and they only gave up 1 cap. I mean, that's pretty good though.
Not bad. I mean, it's still only a 1 cap game. Still a lot of time to work with, as there are 2 minutes remaining in the first half. We're going to play another one after this, but let's look at the scoreboard real quick. So you see that Embos, well, he's just trying to push up as much as he can. Goonjar is staying alive at the base, but so far it's been mainly Spacely and Rambo doing most of the work.
Yeah, and then on the other side, I mean, you have Saints going big at 10-4. That was Scump at 8-6. And then, I mean, you have Nadeshot going 3-5, but he's got 2 caps to his name, so, you know, he's doing his job as well. But, I mean, right now, you really just see a stall in the action. We haven't seen a kill go down in a little bit. There's one right there. I mean, Saints on Rambo, but you're going to see another cap go down for Optic, so they're going to take a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and Goonjar, he was sitting top broken, got stunned. A member from Optic just wound up sliding right into that goal. And once again, just like we were saying, somebody runs right through gas. Goonjar, even though he was looking there, he has such small time to hit that shot, and another player still going right through broken.
Yeah, and I mean, they're able to take Goonjar out, so this should be another cap for Nadeshot. Yeah, so I mean,
they were able to trade it.
Yeah, yeah. So there's really nothing gained there, but at the same time, like we were talking earlier, you know, you're down on Blitz. It's kind of difficult to just keep trading these caps, but Spacey's able to make a nice play and get another one and make it a 1-score game.
All right, here we go. Rambo sneaking behind Optic lines, laying down next to a very pretty palm tree, but he's going to get taken out in the back. So good rotation from Saint, but here comes Spacey pushing up as Optic. They were able to get another cap. Big kill from Spacey. Can't make it, as Zerky was right behind him. But here comes Embos. Now he's going to be sneaking through the strip side of the map.
Yeah, and you know, from both teams, you're just seeing a lot of just sneaking around. You're not really seeing any kind of coordinated pushes, and maybe that's because of all the subs and different rosters they're playing with tonight. That might just be the best way to put it together. But you see Embo is able to take out 2 in the Optic base. You know, he's going to just get on this spawn trap right here. You know, he's going to watch just from that strip club side. He's going to be able to pick up players, and is he going to be able to get this?
Oh,
no, and he is taken out by
Rambo?
Saints, but Rambo is no. And let's see, is anybody else over there? Spacely able to pick up 2. But no, he is too far. So going into the second half, your score is going to be 7-5 in favor of Optic Gaming.
Yeah, it was looking like Envy. It looked like they were going to try to tie things up there, but Rambo and Embos, they got killed just short of the goal. And here's Saints pre-firing bottom motel for the final kill of the round. So Optic, they have a 2-goal lead moving into the half here.
Yeah, and I mean that's a pretty good lead going into this second half. I think Optic, in my opinion, will have the more favorable side on the map here. So we're gonna jump on. You wanna jump on board with Optic?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Yeah, why not? You're an easy person for me, you know. Tell you let's jump on
I
board
agree.
Optic. You say yeah, sure.
I'm pretty easy, yeah.
Now you're giving us too much information yet again. But, you know, I'm going to go on board with Scump. He was able to push into pawn and get that first kill, and I think that first kill in pawn is always huge. I mean, the other team gets control of your pawn. I mean, you're not in a good situation. He's able to get Spacely off that blue box over there. That's always a tough place to get people off of.
Oh, Nate Shot, you sneaky beaver, you watches one member from MU just run right into the diner. Nate Shot's like, well, I'm going to go try to get a score, but Goonjar, he was playing some defense, and Nate Shot got taken out. But I want to watch myself some Saints. Let's
Some
take a look at
Saints.
him.
Yeah, you know, he's the one furthest pushed up on the map right here. And, you know, he's going to use some S&D tactics. He's going to try and crawl into the Envy base.
Oh,
you
he
know,
sees him.
He sees
him
one
through the
player, and
stairs.
and he's going to get taken out by Goonjar. But you have Nate Shot coming right off the bat, coming from the same spot as Saints was, and it looks like he's going to be able to take out Goonjar, and this should be a cap for Nate Shot. So Optic going to take a 2-cap lead right here, and you know they're gonna need to push up and try and get some of those, at least one of those ARs on that spawn trap. And you see Saints able to pick up one right there with a grenade on the spawn trap.
Yeah, so right there is a 1-for-1 trade for both teams, but here comes Nate Shot making his way through bottom motel, finds one. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. That's 3 down right now for Envy, and this is exactly what Optic wants now. They're going to be able to win the trade here. They're going to be able to get at least 2, maybe 3 caps before somebody from Envy even makes their way towards the Optic goal.
Now see, if you were Nate Shot in that position, would you have had Scump behind you to go into the goal and you would have spawn trapped, or how would you have played that? I think I would have probably had Scump score right there, and I probably would have positioned and just kind of camp for that spawn trap, maybe get 1 or 2 more players in the back crossing over, and then you're able to get another goal out of that.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what guns Scumpy has. If Scumpy has an SMG out, yeah, go cap first. Nate Shot's already pushed up. He already has established position. But if Scumpy had an assault rifle, maybe he picked one up off the ground like he just did there, then, you know, maybe that plays okay. But, you know, you can definitely look at it. At the end of the day, you know, Optic, they got the goal. They have a 3-goal lead right now, so they're in a decent position as Scump picks up an easy 2-piece.
Yeah, and he almost had the third right there on the 18-wheeler right outside of pawn. But, you know, taking a look at the scoreboard, you got Nate Shot 10 and 12 with 7 caps. It's a great game out of your OBJ player. Saints at 21 and 11. Scump at 19 and 14. And, you know, Ricky at 9 and 9, just playing that consistent defensive role, you know.
Yeah, lots of kills being made by Optic, mainly Scump and Saints. They add up for the most, as both of them have 20 kills right now. And here comes Scumpy. It's going to be putting another goal on the board for Optic Gaming. So they're up 4 right now. That's an instant 40 seconds off the clock based off the cooldown timer. So
yeah, and
realistically, Envy, they have, what is it, like 80 seconds to work with here?
Yeah, and, you know, you see Saints got another one right there. So it's a 5-cap game. They have about a 50-second window right here. I mean, they're going to need to try and score within this next minute without letting Optic take a lead. But, you know, right now you're seeing a lot of what we saw between you and TK. Now they're just going to try and trade caps to the end. You have one player from Optic on that spawn trap. I believe that is Scump. So,
yeah,
you know, the only real option that Envy has is to just kind of overextend. But, you know, they're going to keep giving up goals. And, you know, Scump was locking them in there for a while. I just jinxed them, actually.
And we were talking about this, you know, entering this map, how tough it is to rotate back from that strip club side of the map. And, you know, Envy, they tried to go for the trades. They almost were successful with that. But now that Optic, since they were trained, they still maintain a 6-capture lead. And once it gets under 50 seconds, this game is all over.
Yeah, and, you know, it doesn't look like anybody from Envy really putting that pressure on the Optic base, you know. So I think this one is going to be over very shortly here.
3, 2, 1. 0, 49. It is all over, Mr. X. Optic Gaming, they're going to take Blitz here on Octane, and they're going to go up in the series 2-1.
Yeah, and, you know, it's a very good performance right there out of Optic. And, you know, I can't denounce what Saints is doing. I mean, 26 and 11. He is just doing tons of work in the slaying department. And, you know, it's a little bit different than we usually see out of Optic with Big T. You know, usually I think Ricky plays a little bit more of a AR Slayer role when they have Big T in there. So, Ricky adjusting his role a little bit. I mean, playing more defense, but I mean, Saints is just on a tear, 28 and 11.
That's a lot of kills, and we were talking how much of a beast Saints was as we were entering here. But Scump, he also did a lot of slaying as well, 26 and 17. And Nate Shot, he doesn't care about kills, but the 10 captures, that's a lot.
Yeah,
He's got more than all of Envy combined.
yeah, those 10 captures is a lot, and they're going to get another one right before this game ends. So it's going to be Optic winning this map 17-9, and just an impressive performance after they Envy kind of blew that first half. I mean, they had it in the bag, and they let Optic score with about 0.2 seconds left, and look at that in the replay. Optic is able to come out and win this map and make the series 2-1 in their favor.
Yeah, literally in a blink of an eye, Optic Gaming, they were able to tie up the game at the end of the second half when we first played this map, and then they came out strong here off the replay, and they wind up taking the map as well as the lead in the series.
Yeah, it just probably was a little bit of a momentum carryover after coming back with those 0.2 seconds left, pretty much no time on the clock to win to make that first half a draw, of the first play of the map. But, to come back and win that second half pretty convincingly, that's looking good for Optic Gaming. So when we come back from a commercial break where you're going to have map number 4, it's going to be a domination. We don't know what map it is. They're doing the veto system today. But if Optic Gaming wins that map, they will advance to the finals. So stay tuned, guys. The MLG 2K will be right back.